Many a times people come up with a plan and stick to it. This is really good and it's amazing, but having backup plans is also important. Know that things in life don't always go the way that you want, and by now you probably know it through personal experience. So planning ahead and noting down things that can go wrong and how to avoid them is actually critical. If you fail to plan, then you're planning to fail. This again can be dangerous. It causes you to fall into holes, and by the time you get back up, too much time and energy was gone and wasted. As Muslims, you should be planning ahead. This is because you have a purpose, and for you to achieve your purpose, you must then plan so that you can achieve that purpose. Planning ahead will allow you to increase your proactivity. You will be ready for plan B or for another way to continue with this current plan, even if things do go wrong. By being proactive, you can make the right decisions even when you're put into a tight and difficult situation. When planning, you need to pay attention to the little details. Sometimes failing to understand them and put the right amount of effort into the small details can be very important, and they can be the cause for your downfall. Decision making is a key skill that you will also learn in order to be successful in life. Make the right decisions at the right time, even when you're stuck at the wrong place and the circumstances aren't the best. Through difficult situations, your decision making abilities will get better overall. You're able to handle hard work, stress, anxiety, difficulties, and all the other things that life throws at you, and therefore you become a better version of yourself by becoming more understanding and calm in situations of difficulty, and you can go over all of these obstacles without any pressure. In order for you to be productive or increase your performance, you must plan ahead to save up the potential time that you will lose due to your mistakes. Now, everybody makes mistakes and everybody knows this, and it's fine. That's the normal way of life. What you should do is learn from those mistakes and get up as soon as possible and continue with your journey. At the end of the day, the most important asset that we have in our lives is time, and therefore planning ahead will allow us to save that time which we really value, and then we can use that for any other things that we want to. You spend time to earn money. You spend time to build things. You spend time to take care of things. You spend time for everything that means something to you. So you're always exchanging time, which you do have, a limited time, I guess, for something else that you really want or desire. So in order for you to save as much time as possible, you can then try and plan ahead so that things can go well and you're less likely to waste time. So we know the famous quote that if I get 8 hours to cut a tree, I will use the first 7 hours to sharpen the knife. In other words, planning, preparing, and reflecting so that when it is time to execute, you can do this, you're able to do it without any errors and delays and with minimal problems. Being organized is a good trait of a person. So if you fail to organize your thoughts and your plans, it's a representation of how perhaps you don't really possess some of the good qualities of high value people. Planning ahead allows you to discipline yourself, and we usually don't want to spend time planning but just doing, because we want to skip the hard parts. We don't really want to plan, we find it boring, we're not bothered, and we give all sorts of excuses, and we want to do the easy parts, or because we're greedy, or because we're trying to rush into things, and we want to do the parts that only we want to do, and we're not really bothered to do any of the other things. But don't forget that discipline is about doing what you have to do even if you do not want to do it. Furthermore, planning ahead allows you to learn to be patient, and it's hard to be patient because we're greedy. We're always trying to get things done quickly. We're impatient. It's a characteristic that only very few people have, and that is being patient. But once you can master it, it will help you in every single field in your life. So overall, planning ahead is extremely important. There are many ways to do it, but whichever way suits you best, just follow that. At the end of the day, for you to even know which method of planning ahead works best for you, you need to try, make mistakes, learn, and continue trying, and that's the only way possible.